Greeting adventurers, welcome back to the Immortal Vault.
Who wants to give the recap from last time?
I
We
don't.
found out that the king is under the influence of robo bits, and we're like, oh no! And we found out that he was going to try to take over the city with it, and so we fled.
There was a lot more that happened in between that.
Oh yeah,
But,
no, there's a lot of stuff, but that's the gist. Oh, and also we found out and somehow did not see ahead of time that frickin' Nyx was a shapeshift. I don't know how we did.
Thebes.
But,
Thebes specifically.
Yeah, he was Thebes all along.
We are back, and you guys are currently being ushered out of the city in the back of a cart. Your friend is there that has not been with you for the entire time last time. He's sitting in the back of the cart with you. Back there, you have about 10 days worth of food in barrels, and you do have your hoverbike next.
Tucker puts his feet up to the opposite side if there's space available on the opposite end.
is this cart like covered, or are we having to like?
Is it a truck wagon? Is it a farm?
It's a covered wagon.
Barrel
I
top?
think
Okay.
kind of like barrel top, yeah. So there's a nice cloth covering you guys and all of your stuff.
Cool.
I also pull my hood up and then wrap my scarf around my face a little bit to make it so I'm less revealed.
Alrighty. So you guys get ushered out of the city for a while, and Thebes takes you back to your delve site. And then he gives you a piece of paper saying, "Look, go north and look for this symbol."
Ooh.
Wait, north in the dig site or north outside of
In-
the dig site?
Or of the dig site.
In the dig site, of course, in the vault.
Go in the
Same-
dig site, go north, and find this.
I see.
That will lead you down into the lower levels.
Lower levels.
I'm going to have a guide ready for you.
Wait, you got a bigger guide? Is it pocket size? You're gonna have to go and carry it with a backpack.
He'll walk alongside you.
It will walk.
Yes,
I think
it
he
will
means a
walk.
person.
Ah,
It's not some small animal.
you know what? I thought it was gonna be a book.
He said guide, as in a person who leads.
Would there not also be a guide referencing within a book?
Well, that's quite possible.
A guide to cooking.
Yes. Do you know a lot about cooking?
I smugly fold my arms and then bow my head. No.
I know about 6 days worth of
Alright.
cooking.
Yes, food's been better than
Anyway,
what I can slap up.
Nyx, Thieves, Nyx. Who's the guide?
You'll know him when you see him.
Do you also have more rations that we can maybe have?
That's what the back of the cart's for. Unload it before you go, please.
Oh, of course.
Were you gonna lug that around?
I would like a little more information about what's going on in Copper City. So, you said the king is planning to destroy Copper City?
Yes, he aims to control the machines from that down in the Immortal Vault, and he aims to destroy Copper City with.
Okay, do we have like a time scale of how long it's go? How much longer it's going to be before the actual thing happens?
You simply need to beat his searches to what he's looking for.
Oh, so we're trying to get down there and stop him from finding what he wants to find.
Yes,
And
I could down
Thieves,
pick
how
the
did you
barrels.
know this was this is going on?
we changelings know everything. We're everywhere in the cities.
That's not
We try
disconcerting
to
at
keep
all.
the balance.
This is secret order of changelings?
Yes, we try to keep the balance. We
Balance.
were created by the wanderer. We try to help where we can.
So the Wanderer is real.
Yes, I told you this before we left, and she needs your help.
Of course, yes, no, of course.
Wasn't that the name of one of your
But
books?
if you are trying to bring balance, then this city is very unbalanced. You got the rich people in the center. It's not very balanced.
Why do you think we've enlisted your help?
So we plan to overthrow the king as well.
If it comes to that, yes.
I look at the others. I'm like, okay.
Well, you know what they say, Shellrock. There's a guild for that.
There's a guild for what?
There's a guild for regicide?
For that, there's a guild for anything. You want a guild for thieves? Bang. You want a guild for paladins? Boom, a church. You want a guild of genocide, mashing aliens of who knows where? There.
All right. Well, we are the guild of Tykrupom.
Tarku
Tarkupom. Thank you.
Ball.
That's our guild, and our guild will be doing what we can, I believe. All right. Well, let's I guess let's go into this let's go back down to the underground.
Yeah, let me go through these supplies real quick.
So if we're going to find this symbol, where do you think it would be? Well, you said north, but on like a building or like a door.
On a door, on a fence.
It'll be on a building. Head north into the first street, take a left, go down to the next intersection, take a right, follow it down until you see the symbol.
Good enough.
Raymond
Okay.
writes those instructions down real quick so it doesn't forget.
How heavy are these
Left,
barrels?
straight, right.
The water barrels are fairly heavy. The food barrels are pretty darn light. They're just full of biscuits and jerky.
And Gax, can you go and carry the water?
I've got some water skins if you want some second ones. It'll help
Well, I wouldn't
make
mind
carrying
one.
those a lot easier.
Be appreciated.
Now, I'll be back in 10 days if you want to report. If I don't see you on the 10th day, I will head back to the city.
Okay,
What will
so
you do
10
then?
days.
I'm going to go spy on the king. Spy on what I can.
Kill him.
I'm not going to kill him until we are for sure about stopping his plan.
Just kill him. It'll stop the plan. If we're dead, everyone else is gonna die. You're gonna die. Just kill him.
We're
That's
not-
an interesting idea. Yes, maybe we could just go kill him.
How do you expect we get in there?
Now that I can't do quite yet.
Well, we do this after we die, so it's gonna be very impossible for us to go and do it after that happens.
There may be more than one person looking at destroying the Copper City.
Possibly the king isn't alone in this. You're right, you're right.
I look at
We
Raymond.
need to stop this first.
Raymond is just like shaking his head and just rubbing his forehead.
Does that hurt, or are you just like using your knuckle claws?
He can like bird fingers have a lot of joints. He's be pushing two of the joints there.
Great. Well, thank you, Thebes, for the ride and the information. I believe we will be jumping out here.
Well, we've already unloaded the cart, right?
Yes.
Raymond and I are
I
already
jump
like
out after. I
pushing
jump out.
barrels.
Yeah, Raymond's ready to go.
What sort of supplies do we have?
You each have an additional 10 days worth of rations and another water skin that will last you another 7.
Did you say a 10-day?
10 days worth of rations, yes. For each of you.
So we have 10 days of food and water, and then we have another wineskin for another 7 days on top of that.
Yes.
Should we just
So
have one person hold all the food, or
Share the
it's-
load.
Well, if we have someone carry all the food, that would be you, Gax.
I can do that.
Wonderful.
Look at this big muscle man.
Well, we still
How-
have to see who this guide is.
I'm still well under my light load.
Okay. Because that's 40 days of rations right there that you just picked up.
Yep, so now I have 44 on me.
Okay. And then each of you took an additional water skin.
Yes, yes.
A 7-day water skin.
That's a big water skin.
And I'm assuming you all set off.
Mm-hmm.
Been set off.
Alrighty, you all head back down to the vault. So, Gax, do you have control of the gem?
I
I'll let
do
you
indeed.
control that.
So this here's the school.
Yep, that's the school.
This is the gas
Yes.
station,
Yep. And that's all you guys have really explored.
and then
Yeah.
this way's north.
Yes.
Okay.
So he said, take a left.
No, we just go this way. Like he said north,
Which-
right?
He said go north, but he said go down to the street, take a left. At the next street, take a right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you heard the man
Raymond,
left, then right, then
Raymond,
straight on until you see the sign.
Raymond refers to his notes to make sure that this is correct.
Along the way, you see a lot of buildings with weird symbols on them. You know they're the writing for down here, but none of you can read them.
Well, I mean, I could cast comprehend languages, but I don't want to spend 10 minutes doing that right
You guys do make it there, and in front of you, you see a statue, or what you assume to be a statue.
now. What's it a statue of?
Looks like a man in full plate armor.
Oh,
Right.
hold on a second. I don't think this is normal.
Why not?
It's a man in full plate armor as a statue. Look at this place. I don't think there was a lot of full plate armor men living here.
Why not?
Raymond gestures to it. You'll recognize it when you see it.
Oh, well, that doesn't
Shrugs.
have.
I put up a hand. Starts highly. Does he gesture back?
It's not looking at you, it's looking away. It's looking towards the north.
You want me to go touch it?
Don't touch it, just walk up to it.
All right.
I'll prep an acid splash in case something goes wrong.
I walk up to it.
Are you the
Raymond goes up behind it.
As you walk up to it, you see it's not a statue, but it is a warforged.
Oh.
It's a person.
Hello,
It's a person.
adventurers. I shall be your guide. My name is Blade. What is yours?
How tall is he?
He stands about 6 feet.
Are Warforged
Okay,
common?
so-
No, they are not.
This is the first robot that's talked to us.
Indeed.
Yeah. Wait, how would you know this is the first robot that's talked to us? Blade?
I'm sorry, what is this?
I am Blade.
Hello, Blade, I'm Tycreo. What are you?
I am a warforged.
Define.
I am a sentient being made of metal and wood.
Wood.
Fascinating. I slowly walk up to him.
We haven't seen any wooden robots before either.
Well, if you're the guide, then go ahead and lead the way, please.
Well, our first task is to make it inside that building, as he points to this one. You see there's a bunch of fallen rubble in the way.
Oh boy, rubble.
Got any muscle behind you? Blade.
I've got... Yes, I mean, I'm built sturdily. I am a
Well,
juggernaut.
of course, no, Tiger, he doesn't have any muscle. He's a robot made of wood and metal. He doesn't have muscle. He's got pulleys and levers.
I fold my arms, and the only thing that Shellrock can really see of
Go.
me are just my eyes, and I just give a slow blink.
Tycreel is closer than you are.
Wait, what?
I
Either
don't.
way, you're
It's not levers and pulleys. It's hard to explain.
Well, fine. Don't explain it. That's fine, I guess.
Maybe Frank. He's like a puppet. A puppet that can walk without strings, but he has his
All
own
right. Well,
thought.
Blade, because you're going to be our guide, do you know? Can you tell us anything about this place that's here? Have you lived here before? How long have you been here? I don't.
I've been down here for 100 years.
So you do know
Interesting.
this place. Can you tell us a little more about it? I'm quite curious.
Well, you decided to come down in the worst place possible. The edges of the city are a lot safer than the center.
We didn't come
Well,
down here to be safe. We came down here to get rich.
true. Yes, he's right.
You won't find riches on this level.
But we will lower down.
Yes, there's about 4 levels from what I have learned.
Then
Each level
Blade,
down
show.
depicts treasure and more knowledge.
Can we dig down?
Not really. After about 6 feet, you run into metal.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Everything's made of metal down here.
The
So there's
best way,
specific entrances and exits that we can go through.
safe ones, yes.
And
There's
the
Start
safe
walking
one.
towards the rubble.
There's plenty of holes to fall down.
I see.
I go with
Okay,
Tigreal.
okay. Well, I guess we're going to go through to that entrance, correct?
Is this
Yes.
rubble in large chunks, or is it very small pieces, or is it
There,
powder?
there's small rocks, there's big rocks. It's just a mix of everything.
Is there a thieves' cant anywhere?
There is no thieves' camp, but above the door you see the symbol.
Well, let's get our hands dirty then.
Tycriel and Gax do both do fairly well, moving a couple of decent-sized boulders. Raymond, you can't lift the boulders, so you're picking up rocks and pebbles and throwing them away.
I'm helping.
I need money.
Yeah, it's not useless.
I need strength.
I'm watching, and then I like certain spots. I'll cast Acid Splash to like weaken certain areas and stuff, so people can get stuff loose.
It startles Gaxed every time.
Okay, you find some stable places where you could weaken it a bit. Blade comes over and assists, and you see he picks up a rock about twice the size as he is and throws it over his shoulder.
Okay, all
And then
right. You
makes
know,
crowd applause noise.
I can
And
see the
after a
benefit of
little
being
while-
metal.
Oh, it's just my design. With all of you working on it, it takes you about an hour to clear all the rubble. Do you
Well,
all
I
need
didn't.
to sleep? You all look exhausted.
Can we
And
take
it
a
is 3 in the morning.
yeah,
Raymond
we are
Burr
kind of tired.
yawns.
Maybe a short rest.
Is there a safe spot to sleep here down here?
Nowhere's really safe. But
Is there a nearby structure we can hide in? Just with one door, one entrance.
he points to the. You guys can see a semi behind you with a long metal container on the back.
Well, is that hollow?
What's the
Those-
temperature like?
Most of the time. It's colder, but not too cold to the point where it's uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, I guess, fellas, we could sleep in that long tube-ish thing for now, and then continue this, go down into this tunnel area in the morning. Or later in the morning, later today, you know what I mean. I have a new spell I want to try.
Blade, you don't need sleep, do you?
No, I sit inert. I can't move, but I can see and hear just fine.
Would you be able to watch and see if anybody or anything happens while we all rest?
Easily.
Thank you.
And I hop in the trailer.
What's in this semi?
It's completely empty.
Oh, well. Convenient. Alright, well, I pull out my bedroll and I lay it down carefully.
Yeah, Raymond's gonna go in there and get a nest set.
I go to the furthest corner possible.
And then I'm gonna cast Faithful Hound at the door once everyone's in. So this lasts 8 hours. I get a Phantom Watchdog. I put it like right in the middle of the back of the like at the doorway. So as long as I'm within 100 feet of it, the hound is invisible to all creatures except for me and can't be harmed. When a smaller or larger creature comes within 30 feet of it without first speaking the password that you specify when you cast the spell, the password is going to be Gax's cooking.
Hey, I can say that.
At the start of each of your turns, the hound attempts to bite one creature within 5 feet of it that is hostile to you, so I can use this in combat. The hound's attack bonus is equal to your spellcasting ability modifier plus my proficiency bonus. It deals 4d8 piercing damage. So it will bark, and it'll start barking loudly if something that doesn't speak the password tries to come through it.
Are you telling us all of this?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you all as I'm casting it. I'm like, oh yes. So see this dog? Oh no, you actually can't see it, but there's something in the middle of this doorway now. You have to say Gax's cooking when you want to pass through it, otherwise it'll start barking like mad, and it will bite you. So just make sure you say Gax's cooking before you leave the semi to use the bathroom or whatever you want to do. Okay?
Hypothetically, if I threw a rock through it, would it bark at the rock and then bite it?
No, it has to be a creature.
So a rock wouldn't do anything.
Yes,
What about
rock
an
will not do
arrow?
anything. Same with an arrow, with nothing.
So we could all die. It's terrible.
Well, it has to be a small or larger creature. It can't be so per se. You're medium like me. I could just walk past it no problem. But if it was a larger or smaller creature, then the dog would eat. But that
So a medium creature, such as a goblin or another person of your size, could sneak in and stab us.
I don't know what kind of goblins you've encountered,
No.
but they're quite small.
Orc, whatever.
Well, normally this is used to ward off bigger creatures like bears and other things. But I don't know what I'll find down here, so you know, it's an extra
Plus-
precaution outside of Blade. Anyway,
is
that's my
fancy.
4th level spell.
For the projectile thing, the arrow thing that Tigreal was talking about, we could roll a rock in front of the entrance as well.
Doors open outward.
Are
We
there
do?
doors on it?
There are doors.
Oh, okay, we can just close the doors
If we
then.
put a rock in front of the entrance, we can't get out.
Well, I mean, if I didn't know there were doors, all right.
They open outward, so now you just block the rock from us. They have cover fire. You want us to die?
I can close the doors and open them in the morning.
Yeah, fair
These-
enough. Go ahead and shut it.
These
Raymond-
things tend to ignore me.
Raymond's gonna peck
Before you
Tigreal.
close the doors, make sure you say Gax's cooking or it'll start barking.
Gax's cooking.
I mean, I think we're all
Good, thank you.
close enough to it that we're not entering its range. I think we're already in its range.
Or if it's a hostile creature, it only attacks hostile creatures, so you don't have to worry too much if you walk past it or anything.
Raymond pecks Tigreal.
And
You're being an ass.
well spoken.
I pat him on the back.
He punches you.
Well, if there's no further need, I am closing the door.
Yeah, shut the door.
You hear a loud creak as he closes and locks the door.
I put my feet up, cross them slightly, and say,
Well, we've officially been kidnapped. I'll give you 5 minutes and this thing's rolling.
Raymond just punches him again.
he punches back.
It is. I guess you all had,
If you
You
punch
all
back,
dark
Raymond's
vision, huh?
actually punched.
All right, roll your damage.
It's 9 damage.
Oh,
Enough.
I punch him.
Whoa! No need for fighting. Hey, Raymond.
Yeah, I'm
calm
gonna start.
down. It's okay, Raymond.
I'm gonna start getting in between
Tigreal?
them.
Tycho, you're on that end. Hey, Raymond, you're on that end.
Is that an attack?
That'd be a 10. Does that hit?
No.
At this point, Gax is
Alright.
getting in between you, kind of pushing you to either side.
That's what happens. I don't land the hit because he gets in between.
Okay. You end up like grazing the metal of Gax's half plate armor.
Yeah, Raymond accepts being pulled away, just glaring at Tiger.
You couldn't tell, but Tycho could be smiling behind his wrap.
Tycho, you have a bad attitude and it's not welcome currently. You can bring it back up again in about 8 hours, alright? But for now, we're all trying to sleep together.
He pulls out
Whatever.
his blanket and he lays down.
Take off my hat, put it down next to me, and take off my suit jacket, and just kind of, get ready for bed, and then.
Raymond changes into the big overshirt that he got in Platinum City, moves all of his stuff that he had over as far away from Tychro as possible, probably close to Shell Rock, and sleeps over there.
Gax considers taking off his armor and is like, that'll be too much work.
It only takes 10 minutes.
Well, what if we get attacked before we wake up?
Telling
We'll
you,
have
kidnapped.
warning.
5
We'll have
minutes.
warning from Blade, and we'll have warning from the dog.
Well, I mean, I'd knock on the wall of the trailer. These are the thickest walls.
As you
They
knock on the
are?
wall of the trailer, the door opens with a loud creak. What do you need?
Oh, he's outside?
Yes.
No, I was just trying to make an example.
No problem. Please get some sleep.
We'll be fine, Gax. Get comfortable. Get some good rest.
Well, it's either comfortable or rest, because I'm not going to be able to do both.
Rest.
I reach
Rest.
over.
I don't care. Rest.
I reach over and heal all of Tychreel's damage
Aw,
before laying down to go to sleep.
you healed me 9 points.
Yep.
Of health.
You guys wake up after an 8-hour rest. David, your dog's about to go bye-bye. You guys leave the thing. You see Blade is outside, just sitting on the ground.
Should get this show on the road.
It would be best.
Please, Blade, continue to exemplify yourself with muscle.
The rubble is clear. We need not move more.
Oh, I notice and look.
Then after you.
He bows and puts his arm gesturing forward.
Likes to bow in weird situations. Okay. As he walks forward.
He's being an
Tycho.
ass.
He's
Raymond
getting
says.
tired of your flaws and imperfections. I follow him.
One is very loud and likes to speak.
Looks at Raymond.
Raymond looks back, probably the quietest person in the group, actually.
As Blade's walking away after making his observations, Gax is kind of just glaring at him.
He's just walking towards the building.
We go in.
Well,
Yeah,
we
Raymond
follow him.
follows.
You enter through 2 large glass doors, and you are met with a tile floor.
Of wonder.
There is no second floor to this building, but you do see a stairways going down. There are small little rooms off to each side with some symbols on the door that you can't read. You recognize it as letters and stuff, but you don't know what they say.
Are there containers of some sort?
Not really. It seems fairly well kept and clean.
Well, if there's nothing to go and hold objects or possessions in, I'd be going down the stairs.
On this floor, you see that there is one long hallway with a bunch of little rooms off to each side. There's more chairs along the sides. There's small boxes on the walls every now and again, holding a semicircle with a cord coming from it. And they're just small little rooms off of to each side. And your friend Blade is standing down there on the floor, tile flooring again, just waiting for you guys.
I'm gonna look at one of those semicircle with cords. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Is there light coming from the room at all? Rooms?
There is no light.
I avoid the rooms and not contact and just keep up with Blade as he walks. If he
Seeing that Shellrock Gnomes has gone off to the side, he is stopped just in the middle of the hallway.
he's 3 steps away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this semicircle with a cord. What does it look like up close?
You can't see at the moment because it is pitch black.
I cast light.
You can see. The semicircle with a cord is a small black semicircle with some holes on the top and holes on the bottom. On the box itself, you see 12 small squares with weird symbols on them. And the cord leads directly from the semicircle into the small box.
Okay.
I'd advise don't pull it.
Well, okay. I guess I will move along here.
And you move along. You guys continue down the hallway, or are you guys going to stop for anything else?
I mean, are all the doors? Do all these doors have these things outside of it?
I'll open every other box if the first one isn't exploded.
The boxes are open and they're placed every 2 to 3 doors.
Well, if they're already
Is there
open,
anything
there's
in
nothing
them?
there.
The boxes?
Yeah.
No, the semicircle hangs from the front of it.
Why does this
Out
look
of
so
the-
far less advanced than what we found up top?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I pick one of them off the thing.
You take
I
it
look
off.
at it and I see all the little holes. And I'm like, I don't understand. Put it up to my ear.
There's no sound coming from it.
Okay, and then I put it back. It falls over. It falls down. I'm like, oh, and then I hang it on.
What do the
Wrap the
buttons do?
cord around the hook to keep it so it stays on.
What do the buttons do?
But I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess I could find out. I start pressing the buttons.
You feel light ticks as you press the buttons, like they're giving some sort of feedback.
They're doing something. Oh, well,
They-
I guess it's,
They don't do any more than that, so.
Moving on.
Raymond starts making the phone noises.
There was no noise coming from the phones, it was just a light tick. Like what you get when you click a tactile keyword kind of deal. You reach the end of the hallway, and there's a split going left and right.
Which way, Blade?
Either way will lead us to our destination.
That's
Choose the
unhelpful.
right.
Okay.
You are met with a similar sight from before, other than this hallway is a lot smaller. The doors are only on one side of the room, and there are no boxes with cords and bananas.
What's on the other side of the room?
Other side of the hallway or other side of the room? Because there's rooms off to the
Room?
right. There's no room. You're not in a room. You're in a hallway still.
Oh, well, you said similar to the other rooms. Okay, so there's a hallway. There's a blank wall with more doors on the right.
Indeed. And then to the left is just a blank wall.
Have we even made it to the second floor yet, or are we on, like, a subfloor?
You are currently on your way down. A floor below us will lead us to the second floor down.
All right, let's keep moving.
And you get moving. You go down the hallway. There's another set of stairs going down that lead you down. As you're met with a wide open platform. You see symbols hanging from a giant sign coming from the ceiling, but you can't read it.
What is this thing?
That's a bunch of rubble that had fallen down.
All right, well, at this point, I'm going to start ritually casting Comprehend Languages while everyone else explores this.
Is there a symbol above any of these anywhere?
No symbols except above that sign on that sign. You see behind you there are two long metal benches as if we're sitting, and a long yellow line right in front of you, Gak.
Is there a trench beneath that line?
There is a trench beneath that line, and in that trench, you see two long rods running the entire.
Can't go that way.
Why not?
Look at all the rubble.
Well,
There is actually an opening to the left.
which way do
And
we
by
go,
the way,
Blade?
either way works. But as you all get here, give me a stealth check.
What I mean, I'm not being extremely stealthy.
Says 22.
Stealthier than I am.
I also think I have disadvantage on my stealth checks because of my armor, so I actually have to roll again.
You do.
It's fine.
Wow.
Somehow you are extremely quiet through this entire thing.
I'm still in the doorway casting comprehend language. I never walked up.
What do you mean either way? There's 3 ways to go, over that way and these 2.
Which is quicker?
That- I mean, you want to go down, right?
So in the
The other
Quicker to
way
go
leads
down.
back up to where we came.
Alright,
So it's pointless to be here.
No,
we go in the
this
trench.
is an ancient mode of transportation.
I leap into the trench.
Okay, give me another stealth check, please. You land pretty darn close to the metal rods, and as you smack it, you hear a nice sound, gong, as your armor reverberates a little bit.
Nope. Hope there's nothing down those tunnels.
Give me a perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, Raymond's gonna kind of try to lean
Yeah,
over
sure.
and peer.
Tech you see nothing. Raymond. Oh, Gex, you got the 20. As you look left, you do see what appear to be metallic legs that look a lot like the spiders.
Spiders!
And Raymond, you didn't see anything.
I don't see anything.
I draw
I
my
don't see
weapon.
anything.
See? We don't see anything.
Are they not moving?
They're not moving at the moment, no.
I'm a little more quiet now. There are spiders down that way.
Are we all further, or are we stealth?
I mean, if you're wanting now to stealth, you have to make stealth checks.
Then I'd like to do that.
Yeah, Raymond's gonna try to slip into the crevasse.
I'm staying where I am. I'm going to continue casting comprehend languages until it's done.
I'm not even moving until everyone gets over here.
I put my back to this rebel at first.
Okay, and Blade will jump down.
I'm gonna wait until Shellrock is finished casting.
You know, if I had an hourglass, I'd be looking at it very condescendingly right now.
Yeah, I don't like just staring at those
Sure,
spider
Sean,
legs for 10 minutes.
A couple minutes later, you get done with your comprehend languages, and the symbols you read say down with 2 arrows pointing in either direction.
You said there were some signs other than that?
There's a couple of billboards around with ads. One of them is for
Well-
a male growth serum.
Ah,
Oh. Yeah, is it called Viagra?
No, it's
It's
just
called-
a small blue pill. It doesn't have a name.
Oh, blue
It
pill,
says-
great.
Gaiagra.
Oh. Well, it says down that way. He points left.
Quieter.
It says down that way, and it says down the other way as well.
Let's not go towards the spiders.
I'd agree with that. Let's go right first then.
Go on, get behind me.
Oh, I walk this way on the platform still.
Okay, as Tyquil leaves the area, something starts to stir within the cave. As it emerges from the cave,
Oh,
That's not
you see a
fair.
long cylinder body with a nice
Oh.
big flat front, and a small pincer on the end, easily big enough to pick up a person. Its legs clink as it steps on the metal rods on either side, and it comes barreling at you, screaming.
So much for stealth.
Should we roll initiative?
Everyone, please give me an initiative. Okay, Mr. Kenku, you go first.
Well, seeing as it can move through earth and and metal, probably can't be outran. So
perfect.
now
How
that
about an-
Raymond has a 45-foot movement, he runs right up to it.
Crazy freaking bird!
And then, yeah, he just zooms right up to it and starts smacking the crap out of it. First, he's going to try to punch for 10 bludgeoning damage that counts as man. And then he's going to smack it with his staff for 13 bludgeoning. And I do have extra attack, so he's going to swing with his staff again. Oh.
You make a swing, and it catches it with its tail and rips it from your hand.
No, my stick!
Your quarterstaff has been taken.
Raymond starts screaming in just really angry bird noises.
Natural bird noises are coming out of him, guys. This is not good.
That's how you know he's bad.
On to Gaxt.
Is going to run up here. So I cast a Define Favor on my sword.
18 damage.
Don't you have extra attack?
Oh, yep. Should probably do that.
That's a
Oh.
good thing to do.
Ooh.
Shouldn't have done that.
Oops.
Oh, that's a bad thing to do.
It seeing you attack again after taking that first hit, parries it with one of its tentacles on its face. Alrighty, Mr. Wizard.
Now I am in range of Gaxt. I cast haste on Gaxt.
Why not being so fast?
Cast haste on you, so you can attack more.
Thank you, wizard.
I think that's all I do for this turn, because that's not a bonus action. So yeah, that's all I do.
It will make a attack at Gaxt.
Oh, just a quick clarification. How far is the drop between the platform and the?
It's like a 7 to 8 foot drop. It's not that big.
Oh, okay.
It's taller than most of you, but it's not a long drop. It's not gonna hurt.
And
It'll go down.
The creature. How tall is the creature compared to the sidewall?
At the current moment, its head is down low, so you don't know how tall it would be against it. The thing made an attack at Gax, and it missed.
30, 40.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
About 40 feet.
It's huge. Monstrous.
Oh boy. Is this metal? Is it made of metal? Or is it like
Yes.
organic?
It is made of metal. It seems to be of a fine, sleek metal with plates interchanging at the joints.
Got it. Okay. Yep. All right. That confirms it.
I shoot the bow.
That misses. You fire and it tinks off the armor.
As a bonus, can I sneak away?
You can give me a stealth, yeah.
I'll duck into the trench down here and gain further ground.
That brings it up to Blade's turn. Blade will also rush it.
Blade.
He will come up right along here, and he will make an attack at it. He misses his first attack, and he misses his second. He'll actually take his action surge to make another attack. He hits that one. On to Mr. Kenku again.
Being extra upset that he took his stick, he's going to pull out his axe and find the key point to do a good old flurry of blows.
You miss with the axe.
Yes,
You
I
hit
will.
with that one. You hit with you hit with both the bonus strikes. Makes it to the paladin's turn.
Paladin is gonna hit. I'm gonna smite it with a level. That's the wrong one. That's the undead one. That's still the undead one. Stop clicking that. Level 2 smite. How's it looking? Like what is it? Is it bloodied?
No, not
I
yet.
don't know if
Okay.
you bloody this really. Come on, man.
I had to ask.
You hit with the second attack. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I'm
damage.
also going to smite again.
It is taking your damage.
All right, now I get to attack it again because I have
Eh.
haste.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah.
Oh no!
You miss.
15?
I
Oh,
miss!
no!
No!
It is possible.
Useless. It was useless.
Though it now looks like it's actually pretty hurt. It's decently hurt. And that brings it to Wizard's turn.
I'm gonna cast a new spell I got.
Acid Arrow.
Called Mills Acid Arrow. It is 9 acid damage.
The start of its turn, the three of you that are next to it need to make me a con save. Gex, you feel the heat, but don't get. You feel a heat coming from its body. Okay, but it is going to make another bite at Mr. Actually, Kenku this time because he's dealt.
Before
more
you
damage to
roll,
it.
I replace
No,
that
Paladin.
roll with a 4.
Alrighty, he misses. As if by divine sense, your wizard tells you, step to the right! As you do, the bite misses.
Woo!
What a horrible wizard if you learn like, I changed that attack to a nat 20.
Yeah. That's a good way to kill the kill party members you don't like.
Quick, drop your shield!
Okay.
Drop my shield! Ah!
Alrighty, passing turn.
I'm gonna cross over here and get onto the opposite side, then fire an arrow.
It looks at you as you have an arrow pierce in between the scale plates. And you hear a nice... Esther Warforged will take a swing at it. He hits with his second attack. Okay, Mr. Kenku.
Mr. Kenku continues on. Keen on getting his freaking staff back. Oh.
You miss.
Oh.
Give him second attack. Oh.
You miss.
I'm going to spend a key point. Do 2 unarmed strike.
You
Oh
miss.
my gosh! Ah!
You miss. Its tail has now grabbed you along with your stick.
Oh.
Your hand is now grappled by the tail.
He just mimics the exact scream that it did a second ago.
Esther Paladin.
Let him go! I'm going to drop Divine Favor to throw on a Thunderous Smite.
You hit.
Woo!
I'm gonna Divine Smite at another level 2. There's also an audible ring that gets rings throughout this dungeon 300 feet away.
And it is still standing.
Really? Alright.
And that makes it Wizard's turn.
Alright. I will not shoot another acid arrow. Instead, I'm going to do an acid splash.
It's gonna go to bite Gex again. Well, it hits you.
I'm fine with that.
You take 40 damage
It's not bad.
F.
and 10 fire damage. It attacks you and grapples you. And it moves on to your rogue.
I'm gonna fire it.
Good 20!
Good 20. Go ahead and roll damage. Alrighty. It still is standing. It has yet to go down. Your friend is gonna go and attack it again. And with his final hit, he kills it. It drops lifeless. Not that it had a life to begin with.
Nope.
And thus ends combat. Though it also starts playing.
Gak starts looking for the heart so he can stab it.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Rimon starts unwittingly helping just in his attempts to brutalize this thing after it took away.
Gax, you do not find its heart. You can't find the source of it. It seems to be coming from the whole thing.
I just start chopping it up then.
Check.
Raymond can give me an investigation if he wants.
He takes his stick back.
In your rage for your stick, you could not find anything.
Yeah, no, he wasn't particularly lucky.
Oh dear.
Gaxter starts hacking it up then.
You're hacking and you can't seem to find it. Again, it seems to be coming from the whole body this time, not just a single location.
Garrix, there's no use. You've killed it already. Can't you see it's lying there, lifeless?
If you say so, wizard.
Anyway, what was it guarding? Perhaps we should go see?
It may have just lived here. It might not have been guarding anything.
I jumped down.
Oh, because he's hasted.
Yeah.
It wears off at this point.
Oh.
You are now lethargic. You are very,
For
very
6
tired.
seconds.
He just leans over and throws up real quick.
Ugh.
Ugh, this is the
And
worst
back.
part of the spell.
Well, I'm glad to see we took down one of the floor guardians.
Oh, just a floor guardian.
Yes.
Like
Normally
those
we
flying.
Those flying things are not floor guardians.
What are they?
Those are the exterminators.
They kill anything that comes in here?
Anything that is not made of metal.
I'm surprised we aren't dead then.
Something has drawn their attention to the lower levels.
And we're going down there. Okay, great.
Looks at Raymond.
How,
Raymond looks back and shrugs, like, what are you looking at me for?
how do they get to the, lower levels? This is not very big.
They have their own specific ways down.
Hmm.
There are large factories on the edge of town. They contain pathways to and from, but they are swarmed by these robot things.
We should probably, we should probably get away from this thing while it's making the noise.
I agree. Oh, and I'm gonna have to take another 10 minutes to cast Comprehend Languages again because I had to cast Haste on you.
Shakes head.
Gax, you look a little weary. You should probably heal yourself. Then I move on this way.
I'm gonna come up to the party and inquire. Well,
Which way we're gonna be going now?
Well, I think this way is best because I don't know what's in the other direction.
There's still spiders down there?
We just killed the spider thing.
Oh, I thought that instead of there was spiders.
No, the spider-like legs.
Um,
It was dark. I was confused.
I cast a light on a piece of a rock that I pick up.
You cast light on a small pebble about the size of your fingernail.
I do that, and then I look at it for a second. I'm like, no use. I throw it on the ground, turn around, and I cast light on Gax's sword.
I'll,
Gax, nice big chunk of your sword is now.
I'll be going first then.
Thank you for volunteering.
You guys head down that entrance, and going down, you don't see much except a bunch of fallen rubble. Eventually, you get to a point where you can actually see light coming from up top
Like through a hole in the ceiling?
through a very small crack. Yes.
That's not ominous.
After like 3 hours of walking.
Gosh. Ugh. Each time the light runs out, I recast it on his sword.
At that crack is the end of the tunnel. It's full of now just rubble.
Oh. Blade, do we go the right way?
Well, obviously not.
Oh my gosh.
Really? There was a wrong way? You said
This is
either
why we
would
asked
work.
you which way.
Yeah.
They both ways go down. I didn't know that this way was blocked off. Not one person could not get past that thing.
Well, I mean, is there anything else in here? Like something that thing was guarding? Like, why would it be there if there was nothing back here?
He points to the
Well,
crack above you guys.
We don't want to go up. Let's go back.
Agreed.
Raymond just turns around with it. Oh.
Come on, 3 more hours.
Ugh.
Well, we could take a short rest before we go if you wish.
We are on a time crunch. We're 1 day down,
We have 9 days.
and we need to be
We're
able to
on
make a
day
return
10.
trip.
We're on day 1 currently. At the end of the today, then it'll be 9 more days.
We also need to make a return trip back up to the surface.
Yes, so we have to measure how many days it takes down. All right, well, let's go. Let's not dilly then.
And you walk 3 hours back the other way, and you make it back to where you killed the thing. It's
Gax
Alright,
does one
well, I guess
chop
we
as he
just
walks by.
move.
you make a chop.
I guess we just move around it, move past it, and continue down the other direction this time.
After about another 3.5, 4 hour walk, you finally
Oh.
exit a tunnel to a gentle downward slope, pointing out over a vast city of small houses, none more than 3 stories tall. Each house looks to be impeccable, made of metal and wood. The wood has yet to decay. A soft blue light comes from underneath, and you see large expanses of just fields and trees, also glowing blue.
What are we looking for?
We're
Well,
looking
on
for the king's agents or whatever. We're trying to stop his plans.
By finding his agents?
I guess we have to do some investigation.
The bottom levels will have the information the king will want.
How do we get to the next floor then?
Well, we make it down this one by walking along this line, and then we find the other station.
Let's go.
So we have to find the next station. All right. Well, actually, it's been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's been about almost 10 hours since we woke up. Quite tired.
We can go another 6 before sleeping.
All right.
Unless you'd rather stop and wait.
I mean, I guess it's a group decision.
I shrug.
Raymond shrug.
I am in no need of rest.
I guess that's 2 versus 1. Let's go.
What? Okay.
Well, you gaxed and you Blade are requesting to continue forward. The other 2 just shrugged and didn't make a vote.
Sure. Let's go.
And you head down. The slope is very gentle, not a big decline, and it goes along the outside of what you can see as the Immortal Vault. It is fairly smaller than the level above, almost as if it's coning downwards. And by about 3 and more hours of walking, it's a little bit easier because now you're going downhill. You make it to the downward station where you reach into an end. Also, there is a small square, what appears to be similar to what you guys slept in the night before, except this one has glass windows on the side and benches inside.
This
So it's been 18
seems
hours,
this
16
seems
hours since you
somewhat
guys woke up.
safe. Should we stop here or should we keep walking for 3 hours?
I look an eye at the buildings nearby. Does it look like there's any like signs of living or people that are or anything around?
No one current.
Like how old this place is? Maybe there's like layers of dust. Maybe.
On this level, you do see a decent thick layer of dust topping the houses. It looks almost like snow. In some of the windows, you see just small little knickknacks and figures. They sit the ones close by.
Does it look like we're on like a street, like a main street?
It appears that you guys are now in a rural area.
We're on the track still, right?
Yeah, you're on the track, but looking out from the track, you can see this.
Yeah.
Before you enter into the station.
Oh, well, I'm tired, and this looks like a good place to stay. I guess we can stay here.
If that's what you wish, I suppose.
we could stay in this thing, or we can check one of these buildings and scope it out and see if it's safe, and then stay in there.
What time of day is it again?
It's late, very late.
A building might actually be safer. This tube has a lot of glass.
Yeah, easy access.
Then let's pick one out.
All right.
Yes, pick a random building. Fee, fi, fo, fum, it'll be diddly dum. That one. I point at just a random building.
You point at a random 2-story building, or on the front.
I walk up to it. How big is the door?
It's about normal sized, like what you would find on a normal house.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not the ginormous school doors up from above. Okay.
No.
I would suggest you let me in first.
Be my guest. I step aside.
Gaxt opens the door with his sword drawn.
You open the door with your sword drawn with a light coming from the sword. And as you do so, you are met with a lavish interior with a nice thick carpet on the ground, a long sofa, a big square box on the wall across from it. To the right, you can see a black stone counter with some stools next to it, counting about 4. Inside, you see another box that looks like the one in the first floor from the building you guys come down from,
The cafeteria.
as well as a divot made of metal and a small. You could see like a spigot coming off the top.
Are there
Okay.
doors to other like rooms?
There's a set of stairs going up and a door on the far end.
I'll point to like Blade and Raymond. You want to take that door? I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
I'll follow you upstairs because you're taking the light with you.
Okay.
Does it mean it's dark downstairs?
You got some blue light coming in from the windows and the open door. It's like dim light.
Okay.
Do you not have dark vision?
I do not believe I do.
Hmm.
I do not.
Ooh, okay.
Either just Blade, so.
Really? Okay. Hey, give them some light, Shorrock. I can go upstairs by myself.
I can only have. Oh, all right, I cast light on my top hat and stay downstairs with them.
Or Tigreal has dark
Okay.
vision. I'll take Tigreal. Come with me.
He goes.
Right, you guys go up the stairs. The 3 on the bottom level, you go to the far door, and you are met with a very lavish bathroom with a porcelain toilet, a white stone sink with a divot in it, and a porcelain tub, unlike any you've seen. Top floor, you see 3 doors. 3 doors. One on the left, one a little ways down on the right, and one on the far end of the hall.
Gax goes to the first door and looks in it.
Inside, you are met with a classic-looking bedroom with a desk and chair on one side that looks a lot more comfortable than yours. A wardrobe as well on the left side, and a fairly decent-sized bed sitting up against the window. A couple little knickknacks and things adorn the shelves.
Make my way to the next door.
Met with a similar sight, except this one's a lot more frilly. A lot of frills, a lot of decorative stuff.
And heading to the final door.
At the final door, you are met with a large room with a giant-sized bed with a nice cover on it, like a princess would sleep in. 2 large wardrobes on the far right side, a desk with a chair, and a table with some knickknacks and a picture on it.
A table with table things. Table.
Ta-da! Table.
All right. House is clear.
Oh, wonderful! I plop myself onto that sofa.
It is more comfortable than anything you have ever sat in.
My God.
Oh. I call this is my bed.
Was there a fireplace?
There was not a fireplace.
There's a
I
TV.
still find
mean,
it-
a black box.
Gax to make sure is like all like blinds or curtains are closed.
Yeah.
Okay. In closing the blinds, you do cut off the dim light. The only light now is coming from the top hat of the wizard.
He then takes off his armor and then sleeps just on the floor next, like right in front of the front door.
Alrighty. Your warforged sits in the middle of the room. Anything specific from the...
No, I sleep on this couch.
Raymond's just gonna sleep on his bedroom.
I throw some of the pillows on the couch down to the others. So
Yeah,
they can
Raymond
have a
steals some
little bit of it.
pillows.
They are the most comfortable pillows you have ever felt.
Actually, he also actually steals the pillow.
In the morning, Gax also takes the pillow.
Alrighty.
As many pillows as we can pilfer from this house. Let's get them.
We all have a pillow.
Also, Gax has been handing out the rations to everybody. Alright, adventurers, if you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more, head to our channel, check out some of our other stuff. And until then, we'll see you around the campfire. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.